Today we're going to take a look at the artistic media tool Object Sprayer. It basically lets me select a path and apply various shapes along that path. The shapes are taken from a list of one or more objects called a spray list, and they can be applied sequentially or randomly or based on the direction of the curve. Normally I just use sequentially. And here I'm going to apply this shape around this one to make a rope. In order to do that, I need to say New Spray List, select my object, and select Add to Spray List. And then I need to select my path and go back and find my new shape. And by default, it centers the shape on the path, and I could move it inside or outside by using an offset here. But centered will work for this. Now it is putting one shape every 1 inch along the path, and it is not rotating them to follow the path. I can set the rotation relative to the path, and now it rotates to follow the curve. And now I need to set the distance between shapes to like 0.25. Now sometimes you might want the shapes to overlap, but in this case I think I want about 0.295 or maybe just 0.3. And that's close, but I've still got a little bit of overlap in the corners, and the last shape is overlapping the first shape a little bit. So if I make that 0.307, that's about as good as I'm going to get with this shape. So now I can get the pick tool and select that and break apart. And if I select this, it's a group. So I need to ungroup that and shift select one of these guys and then combine, and then delete that one extra ending shape there. And now I'm going to use this to make my rope. I'm going to contour to the inside 0.03, and that gives me 0.06 spacing. So I'm going to have to scale this up. But anyway, now I'm going to break apart, and then I want to offset that to the outside 0.12 and break apart. And then I'm going to contour that to the inside 0.05, break apart, and delete that. And that made these little corners nice and round. So now I can delete this and this and combine this and this. Fill with black. View normal. And that gives me a rudimentary rope. I could go back to wireframe, break that apart, and tweak some of these shapes a little bit. Like so. And to make it look really good, I need to tweak 1, 2, 3, 4, those 4 corner twists, and copy them to the other 4 corners. And then do the offset to the outside to get a more perfect looking rope. If my path didn't have such a sharp turn relative to the size of the rope twist, it would flow around a larger curve much smoother. And I would have less work to do to make it look just right. But that's not bad for 5 minutes, and that's basically how the object sprayer works.